Hello and welcome back to the channel, Cali Legends Media. Before I begin, I want to thank all the subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. For all you new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Okay, so I wanted to address something that has been talked a lot about in the comment section. Okay, not so much videos being made and stuff, but I hear a lot about this in the comment section, okay? And that's like people saying, well, I'm a civilian. I don't care about people who PC'd up or people that went SNY or people that dropped out. I don't care about none of that. I just want to hear stories, prison stories. And that's all good. There's a lot of different types of people that are telling prison stories. Now, do things happen different in general population and in the SNY yards, in the 50-50 yards? Most definitely. And that's because the politics are different. Okay? Now, if you've been to prison and you're talking that shit and you think you're part of even imaginary yard, the YouTube yarda, then you're going to be held to a standard, Sorry, but that's just the way it is. I didn't make the rules. This is just something that evolved and that takes place on YouTube, okay? Do I care? To a certain extent, I care very much, okay? Especially if they're talking about that they're from the South or from the North or whatever car they're from, but yet they threw the flag down and went to the other side. Well, why does that matter, Lucky? Well, it matters because just like when you're in the Army or the Navy, Marines, whatever you're in, right? And you go to war, you got to trust the man next to you, okay? If he throws a flag down and runs the other way, he's going to get hung, basically, or shot, because that's treason, okay? Now, I don't want to trust somebody like that by my side. But besides that, suppose somebody did something like that, right? Something dishonorable. And they come on YouTube and they make a channel talking about what it is to be a Marine, what it is to serve the country and be in war. And for those of you that never been shot at or never been in a fight for your life or have never put your life forward to protect a friend or a group of friends whose lives are in danger. And when I say lives are in danger, not of being hurt, but of being unalived, okay? That's a lot different than somebody who ran and left you in some neighborhood. And I made a video about someone who did that to me. It's a lot different, or say you're on the boulevard and somebody trips on you and guys jump off the car and you're getting down with them and you're just with one other guy and he takes off. You get what I'm saying? Yet he makes videos about being on the boulevard and it was crazy and this was happening. It's kind of insulting to the people that live that life and really know what's up, So even though we don't bring it up all the time, there's certain occasions when we do, when we have to, like when somebody comes on the internet or on YouTube and wants to talk about being part of the program in the South in prison, and they're telling prison stories, and then and then there was a cell extraction, and all the homies sheeted up, and they came to cells one by one and took us out kicking and spitting and biting, all sprayed up and everything. And yet, trying to make, on top of that, trying to make money off of something like YouTube, telling these stories. I don't think they deserve to tell these stories. Why? Because they didn't, like I've used before, they didn't complete the mission. Okay, Lucky, well, what is completing the mission? In my opinion, completing the mission is you got caught doing something you shouldn't have been doing. You got arrested, you got convicted, and you got sent to prison. Okay? So now you have to do your time. You got to deal with it. Why? Because that's your punishment. Okay? Why? Because you chose to be part of that lifestyle. Okay? So you have two people. One that goes ahead, does his time, whatever the case may be, goes through whatever he goes through, and gets out. And then you have the other one that says, no, this is too hard, man. Oh, no, I got to get back to my wife. She's going to be with some other vato if I don't hurry up and get out there. What if I catch another 5 years and woo, woo, woo? You know, these people should have thought about that before they even got him in the mix, you know? Now, that's part of what these channels are for, at least my channel. I'm trying to tell you youngsters something, man. I'm trying to tell you vatos something. If you have an opportunity to take an exit, you might as well just take an exit. Go find a job, not a job, a career. Get a career, make some money. Hopefully in time you'll meet someone that you want to live your life with and have by your side. And do what you got to do to pay the rent, pay the bills, make sure there's food in the refrigerator. The car's got gas, tires are good. Your wife has a car, you have a car. You know, the necessities. Because really, that's what being a man has always been about, providing for your family. If you got caught up in something and you end up in prison, does that make you less of a man? Answer that one, Lucky. Riddle me that. Well, check this out. In my opinion, if you got caught, you went to prison. Because there's a lot of people that are doing things they shouldn't be doing and they don't get caught. And they're lucky. They're lucky like that. You know, I went for years doing things I shouldn't have been doing and didn't get caught, you know. And the times I got caught, I went and I did my time and I did what I had to do during the time that I was behind bars or behind those walls. And I got out and at some point decided, you know what, this isn't working for me. I got this great career. I met this beautiful woman, young woman, who, by the way, I'm just going to mention this, okay? This is off subject, but I'm going to mention this. And you know what? I never called him this, but I'm gonna go ahead and go there, man. This vato, Maniaco Marv, he has audacity to compare my relationship with my wife to his situation with a 16-year-old. Being 40 years old and not being able to identify the fact that this girl is very, very young and underage. And then teaching the people in his channel and spreading knowledge and education about who to sleep with and demon transfer and your responsibility as a man. And he failed in all areas. You know, his kids came on there and okay, now we're going too deep. Now let's back up. Okay, I'm just saying that doesn't compare to my relationship. I met my wife when she was 23 years old. She's a grown woman. Okay, big difference. Yeah, I was twice her age. Well, almost. I was 42, and she was 23. But we were both adults. And even that was feeling kind of odd and awkward and stuff, you know? We got funny looks and stares, and could hear people making comments and stuff under certain things. Some people thought she was my daughter for many occasions. Don't be mad. Don't get jealous. That was all legal, homie. That was all good. Not what you did, okay? Just want to mention that, okay? So you got people like that vato and other vatos that go on and they talk about things that they shouldn't be talking about, and they're getting paid and they're fooling the people, and I think it's wrong. Completing the mission. Well, to me, completing the mission is you go in, handle your business, and get out. It's never been a dishonor in my neighborhood for you to go do a career. Suppose that your job calls you to Utah. You go to Utah. You work there. Buy a home with your wife. You have some children. Come back closer to the neighborhood for another company. And you're working and you're building this loving family and raising your children, okay? And dealing with life's difficulties together. That's completing the mission, man. You're doing the right thing. There's no dishonor in doing that. Taking the exit when the exit's available and taking care of your family. Having a career and being a grown-ass man. At 40 years old, you're still bringing up the same old shit, Danny. And any of yous who are that old and still gangbanging and stuff, you got to relax. Yeah, a lot of yous are probably saying, hey, Lucky, you need to pump the brakes too. Hey, I've been trying to pump the brakes for several years now. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Once in a while, I get caught up in arguments with babosos. I can't help it. I'm gonna respond. But the fact that there's people out here talking about things that they shouldn't talk about just because they're not that type of guy. They're only telling you what you want to hear by talking about while they were in good standings. But something happened along the way that put them completely opposite of that. So they should just not speak on it, not try to come up and make money on it. Oh, I'm trying to do good and make money and take care of my family. Go get a job, because what you're talking about is something that you're not part of. That's just my opinion. People are going to feel differently. That's all good. There's a lot of crap happening on YouTube that's just like, fuck, man, it's too much. But you guys want to play the YouTube game? I play the game. I don't have a problem playing the game. I could hold mine. You know what I mean? I could hold my own. But you should just save everybody the trouble, man. Be honest. Talk about why you did what you did, how it felt, and what you went through. Talk about telling stories about llaveros and gangsters and stuff that were doing the damn thing because you had a different opinion about them or wanted to sound like you're all that, Anyways, I'm not gonna make this video that it's already we're in 14 minutes already. I just wanted to touch on what it is when somebody says complete the mission. Completing the mission is you messed up, you got caught, you go to prison, do what you got to do, and get out. And if you really feel that life's not for you, change your life. Make it better. Do the right thing. And then you don't have to worry about that anymore. But when you get caught doing something, you go in there and then you pee on yourself, it's a bad deal. Then you come out here and you talk about it like you were part of all that when you weren't. At some point it became too much. Talk about that. When it got too scary for you, when it got too hard for you, Like help these vatos understand. What makes vatos like you do what you do? But don't talk like you're good, like you're part of or ever was really part of anything. Because really, if you didn't complete the mission, you were never really cut from that cloth. You should have never even been there. When you got there, you should have just went and did your own thing, and just be a regular prisoner, you know. But it sounds like the people that I hear talking on this YouTube deal are people that wanted to play the game and be part of the reindeer games and just couldn't hang. It was just too much for them, you know. Anyways, I just wanted to speak a little bit about what that meant. Not completing the mission. And yeah, that's why all this madness is going on right now on YouTube, you know. But like I said, people that mess with girls underage or even adult women and children are disrespectful to them. Those people need to be put on Front Street. It's not being a comadre. It's not chisme. Man, these girls got to know who they're following, who they listen to, how these people really are, you know, because we have a lot of time. We miss around in the YouTube world, so we pay attention to who's saying and who's doing what. You know, we hear things, we see things. And if you see something bad like that, I'll give an example like Pocho, like youngster Danny Ayala. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be brought out. Yeah, they're gonna hate it. They're gonna kick and buck and try to defend themselves. There's no defense for that kind of stuff, man. You know, Adam 22, Renee, you know, Dubs, Gunner, Slugs. You know, if you're coming on YouTube and you're lying and you're faking the funk, you're gonna get your card's gonna get pulled, man. You're gonna get put on Front Street, and that's, you know, it's nothing new. You know, I know the homie Bam Bam says that he brought that in with him. This has been going on for years, man. At least that's from what I see. Back when Triple OG and Chemo Fix started this long time ago, you know, putting people up on Front Street. You know, so anyways, it is what it is. I just wanted to make a video and get it out there because it seems like a lot of people have asked and were wondering what's causing all this? What's this all about? What does it mean to not complete the mission? You know what I'm saying? Why does it matter if a person's a dropout or not? You know, it's the way people that have been there and done that measure other men. Okay, so that's my video for today, people. Anyways, I hope that clears some things up for some people. Thank you for watching the channel. I really appreciate you guys. Man, I've been getting so many views. I'm very, very grateful. To me, I know somebody might say, that's not that many. To me, 3,000 views, 4,000 or 5,000 views is a wonderful thing, man. I really appreciate each and every one of you that watched the video. Hit that like, hit that hype button. It's a good feeling, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. People, stay free. God bless you. God bless your families. And yeah, most important, stay out from behind them walls and from behind them bars, man. So we could be out here for our family and loved ones whenever they need us. We're available. Okay. I want to give a shout out to my tia Anita and Robert. I've known them since I was like 15 years old. And yeah, it was through my first baby's mama's family, but they're 100% part of my life, and I love them. Angelina, all of you, you know, I love you guys. Yeah, let's keep, if you remember, please pray for Robert. He's also fighting cancer. And let's pray for him that a healing comes upon him. You know, I really appreciate all of you who pray for my grandson. I'll let you guys know when he gets out of the hospital and he's really good to go, because a lot of you ask and a lot of you care, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hope to see you on the next video. And somebody's at my door. I really got to go. But yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.